It is time, my friends, for you to get your free-to-play Eternal Sugar Cookie. And we're going to break it all down for you in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in as always. Here we go. The new cookie, Eternal Sugar Cookie, my friends. How awesome is that? And are you ready to learn how to get this one for free? Because that's what we got for you in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in as always. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here. Additionally, if you got questions or comments throughout, do let me know because I'd love to hear from you as always. All right, so let's break it down. First and foremost, this is Light of Sloth Gacha here. Collect Light of Sloth and meet Eternal Sugar Cookie. The key here is, my friends, again, as always, getting 250 will give you the Eternal Sugar Cookie, and we're going to talk about exactly how you can do that. Now, before we do that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the gotcha probabilities here, which is very important. One of the reasons why they do this at 0.3%, it is roughly about 275 in terms of getting there. 100 pulls is going to give you about 1 out of 100 chances to get the beast. That's also broken down here with these soul stones. Now, a good thing to keep in mind, particularly like the last one, if you did watch my fire cookie or fire spirit cookie stuff, you can a lot of times get some opportunities here just on the soul stones, as well as kind of a alternative way to get this cookie for you as a free to play, right? So as the #1 free to play player, this stuff is incredibly important. So let's talk about the key aspects here, which are these things, the Light of Sloth, and how do we get these, because you need quite a bit of them, 25,000 exactly, to get to the number of pulls that are needed. Now, what you'll see here is there's plenty here. Additionally, if you get to 50 and those kinds of things. So let's go show where you can absolutely get more of these and make sure you get to that 25,000 so that you can pull the lovely Eternal Sugar Cookie. All right, so a couple things. First and foremost, as always, don't forget to go to the shop. Right away here in the shop, you do get your daily, so don't forget this. Go ahead, get logged in, and do that. Now, the other thing that you can do too is there's a tricky one here that a lot of players miss. You can see that the little checkbox is still there. So what you need to do is you need to scroll down. Essentially, there's a couple of stages and bonus things that you can get in order to fill that out. Where are we? Because this one can be tricky, like I said. Let's see if it's that one. Nope. We got right here. So on the right, you can see where it is right here, the Eternal Sugar Cookies Relay Package. It's a little confusing because it says starting from 199, but the reality is if you log in here, one free one per account, you're going to get 200 on the gate. Look at that. If you happen to spend money, it can keep going up and those things. However, again, we're free to play, so don't forget. Now, the other thing here that's also important at times is when you go into the event shop, if you do plan to spend some crystals, you can go right here. Another free-to-play way to understand this, because a lot of players ask me, mysterious toppings, if you're looking for deceitful, they're right there, because I get a lot of questions about that. All right, so here we go, throwing in an added piece, and don't forget to do your general game supplies. All right, so that's all the stuff from the shop. So first and foremost, first spot. The next spot to go check out is the events place. So once we're here in the events, big things here are usually at this new update. You can take a look. You're going to have this daily login for this one in particular. This is pretty common, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Okay. Additionally, we have Light of Sloth. What this is you get some daily opportunities here. So in terms of the dailies, you're going to want to log in. You're going to produce something 30 times, complete any world exploration stage 3 times, play in the King Arena 3 times, and fulfill 5 wishes from the tree. Okay, so make sure you're doing that. Take advantage of that. Now, the other thing to pay attention to is look at all these other ones. Very, very important. So in order to keep an eye on what's it going to take, it's going to show you what you need to do. Clear 11 sugar bud missions, and these are the things that will become unlocked for you. So paying attention, getting in front of it. We do have 27 days. However, my friends, you do want to make sure that you're coming back and looking ahead on what it's going to take. So right now, we need to complete 5 sugar sparkling water missions. So here, if we do this, collect 5 of these, clear beast yeast, and all these other things like bringer of happiness statue, 3 daily rewards at 3 wishes, claim 5 mountain rewards or fountain rewards, you'll be able to unlock the next one. You want to make sure that you pay attention to those so that you can keep progressing really, really fast, depending on how fast you want to get your free to play version of your eternal sugar cookie there. Okay, so that's really, really important. And then again, you're going to continue to get a lot more Light of Sloth right there. Next, we have the Eternal Pass. So here you got some other daily missions. You're going to get these right here, which are the Eternal Pass mission points. Then you get pass rewards. These pass rewards will give you things like Light of Sloth right there in a few different points and times. So very, very important there for you to continue to do that. Get those things knocked out. They go pretty well hand in hand with your typical dailies as well. Then we also have Path of Sloth. So if you happen to get Eternal Sugar Cookie, as you should as a free-to-play player, you're going to get more opportunities here to get more stuff. And if you happen to continue to level up and promote, you're going to get more. So like to make people aware of that. Now, additionally, we do have the Boss Rush. So a great time to like and subscribe, my friends, because we got a ton of content we're going to produce on this, as always, on how to beat all these bosses. Again, though, however, right here, there are some at stage 15, Light of Sloth. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to that. There could be some right here as well there as we continue to go through those pieces and get through these spirit strategy and power points, making sure that you're paying attention to those things. Additionally, here we do have upgrade Pavlova, but you can see nothing there. And then this is something that's a little bit new, the Juicy Stamina Challenge. So as you collect these rewards, I haven't completed any days. Make sure you're absolutely completing them. It's a great way to get these legendary beast kits. Players always ask me about this. Another great fun tip and trick for you as you're filling these things out. If you use 80 Juicy Stamina Jellies, which you should do every day, you're going to get another 100. That's 2,700 right there just for doing this every day. So very, very important, and don't forget that, my friends. And then last but not least, we do have this Adventure in Sloth Paradise, or Passion, Paradise of Passion Sloth. There is nothing else right there. So wanted to kind of showcase all those different pieces here for you to give you your opportunity to go ahead and get this amazing new beast here. And I couldn't be more excited about this, my friends. So once again, as the #1 free-to-play player, we broke down how you can make this happen over the next 42 days, 41 days. Now, the other thing here is, don't forget, a lot of times in here, just like that, you can see they'll give you gift updates as well in your inbox, your mailbox. So that's our very last final tip and trick here for you on collecting these Lights of Sloths to make you successful so that you can absolutely, positively go ahead and get Eternal Sugar Cookie. Now, with that, my friends, like I said, we broke this thing down. We talked about the probabilities. We talked about how you get the free sugar cookie. We gave you tips and tricks on the dailies, the free stuff, additionally, all the events in order to collect more of these right here, Light of Sloth. Ultimately getting you to 25,000 to get your 250 pulls in to get Eternal Sugar Cookie. If you still got a question, if you still got a comment, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server. We love that gacha, my friends. I love seeing your polls, and you can tag me in my socials as well. With that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I truly appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow such an amazing community, my friends. We got affiliate links, we got swag and merch. Check it all out. All great ways to support, and don't forget those socials, my friends. And I love seeing all your polls. And stay tuned for more gacha here, more Eternal Sugar Cookie, our gear guides, and all the other stuff that we have available to you here as the free-to-play way. With that, until next time, my friends, keep on running.